Hey guys, I'm back here talking about the concept of abundance. And if you watched my previous two videos on the same topic, then you know that in the first video I spoke about, it's not necessarily the first video on my profile, but I just recently started talking more about the topic of prosperity and abundance because it has been a topic that has been on my mind and very close to my heart. And so the first video I made was on the state of your consciousness, victim versus victimizer. If you haven't watched it, then go watch it. And the second one was about you finding out what your relationship with money was. And I gave a little exercise. And in this video, I wanted to continue that discussion further and talk about the next step. So, when it comes to creating more abundance and prosperity in your life, it also boils down to your receptivity. And what do I mean by your receptivity? Receptivity means whether you are in a state of receiving or not. So, no matter how much the universe tries to deliver to you your heart's desires, if you are not receptive, you will not be receiving any of that. And I wanted to give you two tips for enhancing your receptivity. Before I give you the two tips, I wanted to make this even more clear if there is any more doubt that why is receptivity so important? Because you might have heard a lot of spiritual teachers talk about how the universe is abundant and there is unlimited abundance everywhere. And you might be wondering that if the universe is really abundant and if there is unlimited abundance and there's equal opportunities for everyone and equal amount of abundance for everyone, then where is your fair share? Right? And so here is the thing. Imagine the universal abundance like this abundant waterfall that is constantly falling. It has abundance of water. And now you are going to this waterfall to take some of this water for yourself. Somebody might be going to this waterfall with a glass. Somebody might be going to the waterfall with a spoon. Somebody might be going to the waterfall just with a straw. Somebody might be going there with a bucket. Somebody might be going there with a huge tank. And so, depending on what your container is for receiving this abundance, receiving this water from the waterfall, that's the container that you will carry to this waterfall to receive for yourself. So, that was an analogy. Analogies are never perfect, but I hope that makes sense. That when your container for receiving is not big enough, is not expanded enough, then all this abundance that is around, it just seems like smokes and mirrors. Like it's just something that is nice to talk about, that is there in books and is only available to a few people. It's not for everybody. And that's why doing a lot of container work or basically expanding this container or expanding your ability to receive is so important. And one of the important things when it comes to expanding your ability to receive is the practice of saying no. And now this might come as a big surprise that we are talking about receiving, right? So we should be saying yes to more things. And why am I talking about saying no? This might sound contradictory or maybe even counterintuitive, but hear me out. In order for you to receive the things that you want, you have to start saying no to the things that you don't want. And what I see in the lives of many of my clients and many people, friends, family, relatives, and I myself have been guilty of doing that, is that spending way too much time and energy and focus on things that don't really matter when it comes to my abundance or my heart's deepest desires. It's really one and the same thing. And I was just spending so much time and energy focusing on things that don't matter that I don't have enough time and energy left for things that do matter. And I have seen people doing the same thing as well. And that's why I've learned that it is so important that in order for you to receive what you truly want, you have to start saying no to things which are not a match to what you truly want. It's like the 80-20 principle, Pareto's principle. I feel like it applies 100% in this case. You have to start saying no possibly to 80% of the things and start really becoming more discerning about the things that you need to be saying yes to. It's often the 20% of the things that makes 80% of the impact in your life. So start becoming more discerning. Start using your judgment or your intuition, your intuitive judgment, to become more discerning as to what are the things which are really aligned with your vision for your life that you need to be saying yes to, instead of spending time on useless activities or people or experiences that don't really add any value or meaning to your life, to the bigger picture of your life, for what you stand for what you value. So that would be my number one tip. Start saying no to more things. And secondly, the practice of yoga. In fact, in yoga, there are so many postures that are about heart opening postures. And these postures are also very important when it comes to the body energetics, the way you carry yourself, the way your posture is, that impacts the way the energy flows through your system. So practice more heart opening exercises. Even if you don't practice yoga on a daily basis, just become more mindful of your body posture. When you're sitting, when you're standing, talking to someone, is your posture slouched in with your heart collapsed versus is your posture with a heart opening posture more than a heart closing posture? So just become more mindful of your posture, especially around your heart center, because that is an important center for your receiving. So practice these two things and let me know how it goes for you. And I will be back again with some more videos on the prosperity and abundance mindset topic. I'm doing these videos not on a specific schedule, but only when I'm feeling inspired. Like today, I sat down for my meditation and it was just like this inspiration that came to talk about this. So I don't know when the next one will be, hopefully, sometime soon. But stay tuned. Bye.